Chapter 69, Advanced Course. Voet wasted no time pouting. Ryland's plans and Sanctuary's interference were variables she couldn't control, so she focused on the only thing she could, making sure the pieces she did influence were sharpened to a useful edge. She found Liz, Nina, and Beth sitting together near one of the wider hallways branching off the main camp. Voet didn't know the Earth Youths well. Most of what she understood about them came from their lingering essence, the way it bent, tugged, and brushed against others, the way it danced when they were afraid. Beth sat slightly apart from the other two. She was short, brown hair pulled into a practical ponytail that never quite stayed neat, brown eyes too large for her face, and constantly flicking between Liz and Nina as if afraid of missing something important. There was an awkwardness in her posture, shoulders hunched, hands folded and unfolded in her lap, as though she wasn't entirely certain where to put herself in any given moment. Voet had noticed her watching Liz earlier when Liz demanded training from Orla. Beth had leaned forward without realizing it, eyes wide and intent. Whatever fear lived in the girl, curiosity outweighed it. Voet smiled as a plan crystallized in her head. She approached the three with a wide, predatory grin. They noticed her too late. All three heads snapped towards her at once. "Get up, Liz," Voet called. Liz startled, then stood, her movements stiff and slow. "Do you still want training?" Voet's voice was honeyed, almost kind. Liz nodded, words failing her. "Fight me, then." "What?" Liz choked. "Fight me," Voet repeated, firmer. Liz glanced at Nina and Beth. Nina looked frozen. Beth just stared back, wide-eyed and helpless. "How?" Liz asked. "Unless you're hiding a weapon," Voet said pleasantly. "Use your fists, your teeth, your nails, anything you'd like." Liz turned again to her friends, searching for something, instruction, reassurance, permission. When she turned back, Voet was already airborne. The woman leapt the distance between them in a blur, hands outstretched. Liz didn't think. She reacted. Her body phased. Voet passed through her, hit the ground hard, rolled, and popped back up to her feet with fluid, terrifying grace. They spun to face each other. Voet's smile was radiant. Her eyes danced with delight. Beth scrambled backwards, still seated. Nina struggled to her feet, too slowly. Voet pounced again. Liz twisted aside, thinking it was a clumsy lunge, until Voet's paw slammed into Nina's shoulder and drove her back into the rubbery floor with a sickening thud. Beth scrambled harder now, faster, more panicked. Voet circled them, gaze fixed on Liz. "I'm going to hurt one of you," she said calmly. "You should probably stop me, Elizabeth." Liz's eyes went wide. This wasn't a duel, as she had assumed. Voet lunged again before she could collect her thoughts, sweeping Liz's legs out from under her. Liz hit the ground hard. Nina tried to rise and was smashed back into the ground. Beth rolled, desperate, trying to find space. "Get up," Voet yelled, spit flying from her mouth. Beth seized the moment and tried to stand. Voet caught her by the collar of her shirt and yanked her backwards, slamming her into the floor before she could find her balance. "Liz," Voet taunted, "your friends are going to get hurt if you don't do something." Liz twisted and shot upright just in time to phase through Voet's next strike. She saw the grin flash across Voet's face. It was approving, no frustration at all. Nina and Beth exchanged a quiet look and nodded, barely perceptible. They scrambled in opposite directions, still clumsy. Voet tackled Nina full body, driving her down again into the floor. Liz and Beth circled, awkward and unsure, as Voet rose. Voet charged through Liz, who phased on reflex, and crashed straight into Beth, sending her sprawling. "Liz," Voet called lightly as she moved away. "Your friends need your help." "I don't know how," Liz panted. "Time to figure it out, then." Voet threw herself into Liz with a flurry of blows. Liz danced backward, phasing wildly. The exchange was brief until Voet hooked a low kick into Nina's shoulder and sent her crashing down once more. Voet pressed Liz again, claws flashing. Beth tried to stand. Voet swung, grabbed her sleeve, and threw her into Liz. Liz flinched, forgot to phase. Beth's body slammed into hers, and both went down hard. Voet leapt, pouncing on top of them. She landed heavily and drove a punch into Beth's ribs. The impact radiated through Beth and into Liz. Both screamed. Voet glanced down the hall. 7 other Earth students stood horrified and frozen on the edge of the brawl. Fouette smiled. She struck again, raking Liz's side with her claws, thin lines of blood appearing instantly. Then she rose and walked away as if bored. Her gaze locked onto Nina. Well, Nina? Fouette asked pleasantly. Are you going to help them? Nina hesitated only a second before scrambling to Liz's side. Blood slicked her fingers as she pressed around the cuts. Both women grimaced. Fouette watched. Minutes passed as Nina healed Liz first, then Beth. When it was done, Liz stood and stomped towards Fouette, fury blazing. What was that supposed to teach me? Fouette tilted her head. Why do you assume I was trying to teach you anything? Her eyes flicked to Nina and then back. Liz followed the look and swallowed hard. You said you wanted to learn, Fouette continued, so start practicing. She turned, spreading her arms wide to the watching students. All of you, start practicing. Fight each other. Fight me. Use your powers. When you get hurt, find Nina. Have her fix you. Her eyes landed on Nina again. The smile she gave her was far too friendly. Right, Nina? Nina nodded quickly. Get to work. And then she left them to it.